A common practice in adding content items to content pages in Blackboard Learn 9.1 is to type the content first in Microsoft Word and then copy and paste the text to the visual editor in Blackboard Learn. This will often work without major problems, but occasionally very bad things happen to the formatting of the document or the content in question. And let's see why. If I go to build an item, which will allow me to use the visual editor in Blackboard, and I bring up a typical Word document here with just text in it, right click and copy that text to my Windows clipboard, then go back to Blackboard and just paste the content into the visual editor. Everything looks fine. Some loss of formatting, but that's normal. Everything looks fine, that is, until I click on the toggle HTML source mode control in the visual editor, which is the third icon from the right in the second row of icons at the top of the visual editor dialog box. And I see that there's a lot more in this document than just the visible text under normal circumstances. There are lots of formatting codes and class designators, and all this information has no meaning to the visual editor. These are formatting codes from Word. It's bad enough that you have all this extra junk in the document at this point, simply making the document larger. But what's worse is that occasionally one of these codes will be misinterpreted by the visual editor as some sort of command to the visual editor, and it's almost never something you'd want the visual editor to do. So these extraneous codes can cause serious problems. The question becomes, how do we avoid transferring those codes along with the text from the Word document? The ancient workaround for this is to copy the text from Word into Notepad, the Windows text editor, which will not accept the formatting codes. It's a plain text editor. And then copy the text from Notepad back into the visual editor in Blackboard, thus ensuring that you don't transfer the Windows formatting information. This works well enough, but it's a pain. It involves another application. You have to go and start Notepad. It's just inconvenient. Fortunately, Blackboard Learn 9.1 Service Pack 8 provides us with a simpler way to do this. Let me cancel this item and start building another one so I can get to the visual editor again. And now I'm going to paste my content from Word again, but instead of just pasting directly into the editor window in the visual editor, I'm going to use the Paste from Word mashup that has been added in Service Pack 8. That's accessed through the mashup button, which is the rightmost icon on the third row of the icon bar at the top of the visual editor. Basically, Paste from Word makes the process of transferring content through a simple text editor more streamlined. All I have to do now is to click into the editor box that's provided by the mashup here and do a Control V on the keyboard to paste the text in, and then submit. The text again looks pretty good here, But if I click on the Toggle HTML Source Mode button again, I see far less in the way of formatting tags. And these are just simple HTML formatting tags, not formatting tags meant for Word. So these are not likely to cause problems in subsequent display. Let me show you the difference in this simple document in another web browser between these two approaches. Here on another view of that same home page is an item 1 which was created by pasting text directly from Word into the visual editor as we did initially. And you see that some of the tags actually display. And this is actually a fairly mild example of this sort of problem. In many cases, the formatting of the document, once it displays to students, will be just absolutely destroyed, and it will be very difficult to find the text at all. Whereas item 2 here was created using the paste from Word mashup and looks fine. So this new tool is going to be very handy in avoiding nasty consequences from pasting from Microsoft Word into the visual editor in Blackboard Learn 9.1.